Folks, if this is your first time to my channel, then welcome, and I assure you that you are in for a special treat today. And for those of you who are familiar with my work, then you know that I typically do satire. Not very good satire, but satire. But this story is 100% true. And before I finish it, I will prove it to you. And I promise you, without a doubt, it will be the most mind-blowing and mind-warping story that you have ever heard. And I tell you now, anyone who listens to this story and says, nothing special, well, if anyone can say that, then something is wrong with you, because I've told this story to quite a few people, and their jaws just drop. Now, before I get into it, I am a little bit worried that this story is a little bit too much for YouTube, and it could possibly get censored, or who knows. But I'm trying to expose some serious animal abuse and possibly save these animals. All right? So don't censor me, don't flag me. I'm just telling you a story from my own firsthand experience, and trust me, it is mind-blowing stuff. All right, so you've been forewarned, okay? You cannot unhear this story. So if you want to quit now, get out. Close it, shut off this video, all right? And with that said, let's get on with it, okay? The story begins when I was a student at NMSU, New Mexico State University. Now, at the time, I was working in a research lab in the chemistry department with a professor named Joseph Wong. He's a very famous scientist. The dude has his own Wikipedia page and everything. All right, you can look him up. All right. Anyway, within the chemistry building was this. I don't remember what they called it, but it was like the instrumentation department, and their job was basically to fix and maintain all the equipment in the chemistry department, all right? And this is when I first came across my man, who for now, we're going to call him Ken. We're going to call him Ken. Now, I'm not going to reveal the man's actual identity yet. But if you stick around until the end of this story, you most certainly are going to find out who this man is. So Ken, if something broke, Ken was your go-to guy. The dude could fix anything. I mean, even if he didn't have a clue what the instrument was, he could fix it. The dude was amazing, actually. And considering that the instruments in our lab, they broke quite often, quite regularly. So I had to interact with this guy quite often, pretty often, you know? And he was nice enough. He was nice enough. Little bit strange, though. Little bit strange. Every conversation was a little bit on the awkward side. I can't really explain it. It's just a little awkward. I don't know why. And I remember one time going into his office to tell him something broke and needed to be fixed. And I remember I look up on his wall, and he's got these photos of horses. I don't know, 4 or 5 photos of these horses up on his wall. But in every photo, it's like a horse up on its hind legs, standing up. You know how when a horse gets startled and it lifts up and it goes, and it's scared, and it shows you you can see its belly and everything. And I remember looking at these photos and just thinking to myself, well, okay, I guess this guy likes horses. But whatever, just photos of horses, nothing out of the ordinary, right? All right, so anyway, let's fast forward a little bit. And one day, Ken's boss, the guy, the Mr. Fix-It guy, his boss, tells me that the student who works with them he's about to graduate. So he's leaving. So Ken's boss offers me his position and says, hey, he's leaving, and I was wondering if maybe you'd like to take over for him. And so I tell Ken's boss, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll think about it, and I'll let you know a little bit later. Okay, but there was nothing to think about. I already liked my job, and I was doing actual real research in this lab, getting a lot of experience. It was really cool stuff, really cool stuff. So I tell the guy, I'm like, thanks for the offer, but I'm happy with my current job. And I say, but I've got a pretty good friend. Now we're gonna call him Nathan. I've got this friend Nathan, and he's an electrical engineering student, and he'd probably be interested in the job, and he's better suited for the job. You guys you're fixing electronics and stuff, so I'm sure he'll be happy to come take the job. And so they end up hiring Nathan. And over the next year, Nathan is working side by side with Ken. Ken's teaching him all kinds of stuff, and they're over that year they become pretty good friends, like pretty good friends. And this is where the story starts to get interesting. I'm at work having a smoke outside, and Nathan comes to join me. And Nathan says, he's like, man, you are not going to believe what Ken just told me. You're not going to believe this. And I say, oh? I'm like, what? What did he tell you? And he says, well, apparently, Ken likes to F horses. He likes to F horses. And I say, wait, whoa, wait a minute. F's horses? Come on, man, come on. What exactly did this dude tell you? And Nathan says, well, we're sitting in the office, and Ken says, hey, Nate, I really want to tell you something, but never mind, I can't. And I say, oh, come on, Ken. Nathan says this. He's like, oh, come on, Ken, you can tell me. We're friends. We're friends. And Ken says, well, okay, I really love horses. And Nathan, he says, yeah, okay, well, I like horses also. And Ken says, no, I mean, I really love horses. I make love to horses. And then Ken makes this like the horse whimpering sound, like I don't know, the like a horse, like whatever. Okay. Now at this point, I interrupt. I'm like, Nathan, come on, bro. He's messing with you. He's totally messing with you. I mean, really. If this were true, there is no way on earth that he would actually tell you. He wouldn't tell you that. That's crazy. He's gotta be effing with you, man. He's effing with you. And Nathan, he listens to me. He's like, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, he's messing with me. And I say, of course he's messing with you, dude. And anyway, we finish up our smokes, and we go back inside to work. Okay. So next day, I'm outside having a smoke, and Nathan comes out. He lights up a smoke himself. He looks at me, and he says, yeah, man, I don't think he's lying. And I look back at Nathan, and I say, okay, what happened? Nathan takes a deep breath and says, well, he went into detail about what he does with his horses. And I gotta say, these don't seem like details that somebody could make up. They just, I don't think someone could make this stuff up. All right, now, folks, let me pause the story here. Let me pause. And I assure you, this story is just getting started. It's just getting started. But before we continue, I have 2 questions for you. 2. Before we finish this story, before we move on, I have 2 questions for you. 1. Do you even want to hear the next part? Do you want to go down this rabbit hole? Because it just gets crazier and crazier. And question 2. Do you want to find out who this man is? And if your answer is yes, then I'm going to need your help. And to help me achieve that, here's what you need to do. First, very important, you need to give this video a thumbs up to help out the algorithm. No thumbs up, YouTube just slowly dies. So you need to give this video a thumbs up. Second, you need to subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, because, I got a whole lot of crazy stories to tell you. So believe me, I will keep you entertained with these stories. And third, you need to share this video with 1 or 2 of your friends. Just say, dude, you got to hear this story. It's going to get even more crazy. And I want you to share it so we can possibly bring awareness to this abuse going on. I mean, this man is doing unfathomable, that's a difficult word, unfathomable things to these animals. Okay? I'm going to need your help. What I need is at least 5 new subscribers. 5 new subscribers. Because there's no point in telling this story if nobody's going to listen. So if I can get 5 new subscribers, then I will continue this story. And with that, I bid you all adieu. Until next time.